Hello guys, today I'm gonna teach you Django tutorial. So believe me guys, if you like watch the whole video, you'll learn it. So basically I'll be not focusing on like HTML, CSS. I'll be more focusing on like how the files are managed in Django, from where the URLs are coming, because that's the main part. Like there are so many files, people get confused. So that's the main motive for this video, okay? And you'll learn how to make a render template and all the things, okay? So let's just get started. So this is my Django page. So you can see we just have to do Django admin start project. So I have created a folder called Django tutorial. So I'll open command prompt and write Django dash admin start project, and I'll name my project as tutorial. Okay, you can name it anything, I'll make it as tutorial. Okay, so and everything's done. So if you come here and you can see like for running python manage.py run server, as you already know. So and when you come here, you can see people do python manage.py start app post. Like inside that they make apps and start the project. It's not necessary, like if you have multiple projects or multiple apps, then you can, otherwise you can just work in these files only. See, tutorial file only, you don't need to start start extra app that will create more files and you'll get confused. So these are the file got created. Now I'll just open with code. Let me make it a little bigger. Yeah, and settings, make it 18 so you can see the text clearly. So see, this is manage.py, as you already know, like for running the server and managing whole Django website. So and this tutorial folder got created by Django admin create project. Okay, now you don't have to do create app and app, that you can just work in this only. And if you open, there are like so many file in it, like Python basic files. This ASGI and WSGI are used for running servers. ASGI and like for deployment and running the servers. For these things are used. URLs, you already know URL slash admin slash contactor. So these are the URLs in settings. So let me just go with the settings. What are they? So this is telling the directory. So it's nothing, just the directly. If you can, let me just show you. You can just do print. Let me just paste it. And if I come here and say python manage, okay, I have to go inside tutorial. If I'll say python manage.py run server, see this is the directory only, nothing else. See, you can see the directory, like where our project is. So it's just telling the directory, nothing else. So let me just remove this. Like it's a secret key, like every project has a secret key. So like you can add like things like this, it doesn't matter. So these are the secret key. Debug true means like if you change something in your file, like if you are in here, you are running your server, and if you like add a enter, so it should automatically reload. You don't have to go again and break it and run it. If you, that's why it's true. If you make it false, so every time you have to rerun it. So that's why Django automatically restart whenever you do changes, because debug equals to true. Allowed host means wherever you are like deploying. So suppose you are deploying, your domain name is www.tutorial.com. so you have to write here my allowed this host www.tutorial.com. Installed apps means which are like pre-installed things. So like we have admin, like admin module we can use is inbuilt. Like we have authentication, sessions, messages, static files. So these are like inbuilt, you don't have to go inside these, but when you will get like comfortable with Django, then you'll know the usage. Now we have another app also called tutorial, so we just add it as tutorial. Okay, so we have added tutorial here. Okay, so if you have done like create app and other things, so you have to add here one more. Okay, so for now we have added one project only, so we'll add tutorial. Middleware are like whenever suppose this is the URL. Okay, like this is one URL, you already know it. So whenever something comes to this URL, before that it should go with these middlewares. So that's called middleware. Like before hitting any URL, it should. So these are session for checking is there any session, security, or common middleware, that's something common. Then CSRF token, it's used for forms. So like security of forms, like forms, like no one can like make I just can't explain it, like it's called Selenium automation, they just put data inside the forms, so that's why we use CSRF token in forms. Then authentication message X frame, so like these are not necessary, just telling you, so you just have a. Then it's telling the where are the root URL configuration, so it's telling in the tutorials there is a URLs file, so we can see the URLs file, so that that's where our token like URLs are. Then it's telling our template, so where our template is like we have to write the directly wherever we'll save our templates, that will I'll tell you later on. Then this for like running the server, as I already told you. And this is the database part, so like if you by default it uses SQLite 3, but if you use something like see database already got created when I did run server, or maybe before only. So if you want to like change the database, you can just do the configuration here, like name, password, everything. Then this authentication, I told you, like if you want to use authentication, these are the validators. So validator means suppose someone is sending a password as just number, so you want the password to be at least contain one capital, one small, and one number, so that are called validators. So these are validator. Minimum length validator, like minimum length should be 10. So these are pre-installed thing you get in Django. When you work with like Node.js and all, you have to do it by default. Language English, time zone UTC, and these are something I don't know. Then static, where I use static files are like CSS, JavaScript, images, so that's called static files, because for templates we have to write it here, and static files here. Okay. And default autofill, big autofill, there's something I don't know, you can just Google it. Okay, so let's just tutorial, let's just save it. URLs, I haven't done anything. Yeah, so let me first delete everything. Okay, so now we want to build a URL. So for that, what we'll do, we'll create one file in tutorial folder, we'll call it views.py. so name whatever name you want to give, but views.py is like normal. So from here what we'll do, we'll say from Django dot shortcuts import HTTP response. Okay, like will response is, now we'll say def home page, like suppose this function is on a home page, so we'll take a request. So you know there are type of requests, like we do get, post, put, delete, and like there are 4-5 requests, I don't know. So mainly we use get, post, put, delete. So this taking a request, so what type of request is coming, so we want to check the request. Okay, after that we'll say return, just return it. What I'll just say HTTP response, we'll say you are on home page. So if I save it, now if I go to URLs, and now here I have to tell, okay, we were in the views, I have done like this function is my page, like some one page, you can take it like that, this is one page. So I have to tell go to home page whenever any request come to home page. So I'll just use this path, just copy same as it is, and do like empty. Empty means base URL, like www.google.com, www.facebook.com. so this is the base URL. And where I want, where is that function, so that function is, we have to import from where, from tutorial.views, from tutorial import views. Okay, and we have where in views.home. so any request come in this part, just go to views.home. In views.home, this is the function, it will come here and return this. Okay, so if we just check it, it's running. Okay, it's running. So let me just check it on port 8000. So you are on home page. So like normal, I'm just returning a string, nothing much. Okay. So if I print the request, so it will be very, so this the request come. Let me just show you what's the request come. Yeah. So if I just reload, see nothing is printed because no request came because it was previous request that is opened. Now if I reload it, see a request came and it's showing a get request, so it's telling me this is a get request. So that's why requests are you, and it's used for other things also. So see, let me reload again. Broken pipe. See you, it's telling me get. So it's telling me get request coming where at the base URL. So empty means base, that's the base URL. If I change it to suppose about, 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 so that means www.google.com/about. and if I hit it save, and if I go here, see, okay, because we remove base URL, so we have to do /about. So it's, see, telling me you are on /about, and that's a get request, and we reload it. See, so that's why we use like these requests. So I can just remove, or I can just like do, what should I say, I should just do like this. Okay, so let me change it to base URL. Okay, so this is my home page. Now suppose I want to make a about page, so what will I do? I will just copy this thing, paste it. Now I'll just change it to about, and this to services, and let me change this to about services. Okay, let me just save it. Now here I have to tell, so when someone comes to about page, what's my function name is about only. Okay, so I'll tell go to views means this page name is views, so that's why we are telling views.about. Then same thing for services. If you want like some like one more slash, so you can do like this /about or /book, so that will be 2 slashes afterward, like 2 URLs. Then we'll do services, so let me just save it, come here, about is working, and home is also working, home is there. Let me, okay, home is also working. Now should we check services also working, so everything is working pretty fine. But you must be confused, like someone do dot, you are writing tutorial. So because we are in this when manage.py run, it runs from here, so from dot also it will work. See, from dot means from current folder import views. Okay, let me just save it and reload it. See, so you can write dot also, or you can write your project name also, so whatever you feel like. Now come the rendering part. Okay, now come the rendering part. So for rendering we have to create a folder. So see, this is my manage.py file, this is my tutorial file. Okay, now here I'll just create a new folder and name it templates. You have to name it as like templates, and I'll just click enter. So this is my project name, and wherever like manage.py file is, you just have to make a template folder there. You can make anywhere else also, but template is like basic or like standard in the community. And this is my db file, like for database, so we'll go to templates. Okay, we'll just be here and we'll just open here templates file folder. In this folder we'll make a new file, and for home we'll make a new file. Okay, for home we'll say home.html. Now here we have to do html, then slash html, then we'll have a body, then we have a slash body, then we'll say h1, you are on home page slash h1. Okay, so let me just hit it save. Everything is saved. Now I have to tell Django, like I just created a folder, but Django doesn't know there is a folder called templates. So that's why we'll come here in settings, and I told you there is something called templates. See here, templates directories. So here I have to tell where is my directory. So for that, what we'll do, we'll write os.path.join, then we'll say base directory, comma, folder name is templates. So whatever name you will give here, you have to write it here. Okay, so it's showing me error, os is not defined, so we'll come over and import os. And base directory means this is the directory which I have printed. So let me just show you what it will output if I print it. Let me just print it here. Okay, print direct templates. Let me write it templates. Let me just hit it save, and if I go here, so you can see it reloads and printed f Django tutorial, like drive name Django tutorial tutorial template. So it's just giving the path of that file. Okay, my hair I think doesn't look good. Yeah, now it's pretty much better. Yeah, so that's the way, just telling the directory. Okay, so let me just comment it out, save it. Okay, so now I have to use this HTML file. Okay, so for that we'll go to views and we'll say from http, after we'll say render. Render means rendering a file. Instead of returning this on the home page, we'll say return render, then we'll say request. So what the request is coming, just serve that, and what is my file name is home. Okay, let me just .html, just save it. I think everything's fine, on something is wrong. Okay, there is something wrong, I think. Okay, yeah, everything right. So basically we are just rendering home.html. So we just say render. So here is template, whatever name you want to give to file, then do this. So let me check if we what is, like, if we remove HTML, will it work? I just want to check. Okay, not exist, you have to write .html. Okay, so that's how we render. So same thing we'll do for services. So here we'll create one page more called about.html, and we'll create one more page, say services.html. So we'll copy everything from home, paste it to services, and we'll say services, save it. About, paste it here, and we'll say about, save it. Now we have to do return everything here also. So we'll just copy this, comment it out, paste, and we have a file name called about. Then we'll just paste it here, services. So let me just reload it. let me go to slash about page, and if we go to services page, so by mistake, like if you write home here in this function, so you are telling on the services route return home. So if you just check reload this, you will get home page. So make sure names are correct, because whatever name you get, it will render that only. Okay, let me just recheck it. Service, so everything is running fine. Now comes the database part, my models part. So that's the one thing, like people get much confused there. I have seen a lot of people getting confused in database and models. Like I am one of them, like getting confused, like what to do and what not to. So for models, what we do, we just let template be it. Tutorials, we create a file called models.py, like normal. Now what models you wanna create, so we'll say from, see, models basically means table, like in a nutshell. If I think all you have studied SQL, like you know the basic table, what is table. So it's just a table, nothing much. So don't get confused what is models. It just see, it's a SQLite database only, so it's just a table. So don't get confused. Okay, from Django.db import models. See, this db SQLite file, you can visualize it like when you use SQL and that. So there comes some application, I don't know, so you can use that and see how the data is getting saved. So that may help you if you are getting confused. So we'll import models. Now we'll create a model. Model means table, okay, but in not in real class, we'll say contact. So what is the table name? I wanna name my table name as contact. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll say models dot model. Then what fields do we need here? We need name, and we'll say models dot text field null equals to true. So there are multiple fields in like Django models. You can just Google it, like let me Django models fields. So you can just come here and check, like there are multiple fields. See, there are null field, blank choices. There are multiple field. You can just come here and check it out, which field do you need. Like there are so many fields. Let me search a common one. See, char field is there. Then see, char, it's looks when you do this, so it's convert into this. See, class person, first name, char field, first name, last name, models char field. So it's saying create table my app person. So it's showing person, so it's using it as my app person. Then there will be ID automatically created by SQL only. Then they have first name not null, last name not null. So that's what is happening here. Okay, so see, char field, foreign key, date field, integer field. So these are multiple fields. You can just Google and know. Then after that, we'll say email equals to models dot text field null equals true. Okay, so let me just copy this. Instead of writing again and again, we'll say phone and message. Okay, we'll say phone, then we'll say message, and we'll just hit it save. So like our table is created basically. Now what I want to do, I want to see my table. Where is my table? Like you want to visualize your table, how the data is coming and all that stuff. So you have to create an admin. So you know admin, like admin pages. So for that, in tutorial, just create a new file called admin.py. Now this you have to do only once for admin. So in admin, what you have to do, just do, see, every file is in this tutorial folder. Okay, nothing in templates or anywhere. Everything is in this tutorial folder. In admin, what we'll do, we'll say from Django.contrib Oh, contrib import admin. So why it's showing error from Django dot contrib? Yeah, import admin. Then we have to import this model. So for that, what we'll do, we'll say from tutorial dot models. So because our file name is models, and import, what is the model name? Let us go and check. It's contact. So we'll say import contact. So that's how it's done. Now we have to just register it. So we'll say admin dot site dot register. We'll say contact. So let me just save it. So everything is done. We just have to do manage.py, make migration and migrate all that stuff. So if we do python manage make migrations, okay, it's showing nothing detected. Migrate. See, our model is created. See, user email, username, last log. So everything is done. Now we'll say python manage.py create super user, like admin access I want, so I can see what are the data in my Django model. So username I'll leave it blank, so it's picking up as blank name. Email blank. Password 123456 123456. Yes, bypass it. So everything's running fine. Now let me do again make migrations and migrate. So these things you have to do again and again, you know already. Now I'll do run server. Now if you go to URLs, see it's running on the admin/admin. So we'll just go 127,000/admin. Just enter your username, whatever username and password. So I have already entered. It was saved. So you can see it, this contacts. So we have made a model name as contact, so it has saved as contacts. So let me open it. So it's throwing error like whatever. So that is because we have to, Django is pretty much hard, so we have to run one command. So let me show you. So like you have to do make migrations like we have already done, then migrate, then this python manage.py migrate dash run syncdb. So I'm just telling, just synchronize the database. So this command also you have to run a lot, and there one more command like fake db. So when you will work on real project or your personal big project, so then you'll use that command also a lot. So I'll just copy run syncdb. I'll come here, everything and just paste it. Python manage.py migrate dash run dash syncdb. So yeah, see, app synchronizing and whatever. So let me just run it again. So everything is running cool. Now we'll open, boom, now it's running, everything's fine. Okay, so see, this is contacts. So this is like our one table. If you make another something like this, it will show you another one. Okay, now you can just go add contact. You can enter John email whatever @gmail.com, phone 4568114, message. Okay, so just save it. See, and it appears contact object. So I mean, if you just keep on saving it, it will just show you a different thing. And if let me name it as Abraham. So it doesn't matter you like how it looks like, but whenever someone will use they will say what is this, like what is name. So that's why here what we do we here we say definition a function str underscore underscore, then we'll take self because it's a class, and we'll say return self dot name. Self dot name means this thing, this name or whatever value you want to use. So if I hit save, and let me just show you. So if I reload it, see, now it's showing me the names inside there. See, Abraham and this have a name called John. So if I change it to a like as email, so it will show me their emails. Reload it. See, WQE, because email I saved at WQE, and this is at tbsk@gmail.com. So name something unique or whatever you wanna name it. So I'll just make name, or then I'll say, or if there's some error come, just use object only. So I'll just doing all this. Now if I hit return, so everything is like fine. So models is running fine. Now I want to push data here, like insert it from the Django. So let me just make it bigger again. So we are in views, then we are in admin. I can remove admin, no need. Models, no need. About, no need. Services, okay. URLs, okay. Home, no need. Settings, no need. Okay, so everything is done. So I think I should make up one more page name, contact.html, okay. And here what I'll do in views, I'll just copy this and say contact. I think it will throw an error because we have model name as also contact. So us, like contact us, and contact, because I'll import models name here now. So after for inserting data, contact. Let me just save it in URLs, just copy it, and we'll say contact, and here we say views dot contact us. So us means this function name, okay. So for this we'll just copy it, paste it, contact us, okay. Now I'll just save it. Now if I go here and say contact, so see, we are on contact us page. So I'll just make a form here. So you know, a basic form. So what we'll do is say form slash form, then we'll have a name, and we'll have a input tag, type text, and name, whatever name you wanna give. So we'll give it name as name, because we are saving name here, okay. So let me just copy these things. Then we have email, then we'll have phone, then we'll have message, okay. Name, email, phone, message, then we'll have name, email, phone, message, then we'll just small m, save it, okay. I have to put br every line, copy, paste, paste, paste. Okay, now email, phone, let me hit enter. Yeah, name, email, phone, message. Let me go here, reload it. So we are contact us page, we have name, email, and then we'll have button also. I just forgot, sorry guys. Button slash button, it will be of submit, and we'll say type equals to submit. And if we go here, so everything is like done. So now what else do we need? Now we want to save this data. So what method equals to post? So you know we have a method post. Post means sending the data, and here we'll say where. So I'll just make this like this on this page only. Where is the contact us page? Just send this on the contact us URL. So that means action. So it will come in this contact us, okay, in this contact us page, because we are sending this back to we are sending this contact HTML page, and I'm telling just send this data to contact us page only, like default page. Here now is the time we'll check the request type. So we'll check if request dot method method is equals to post. If it is a post request, then what we have to do, then we'll say request dot post, we'll just print it, okay, nothing much, print it. It will come here, print the data and return back the same page. Okay, let me just save it, reload it. Okay, let me Xeno email whatever, phone whatever, message, submit. Okay, hit submit. CSRF verification failed because we need to add CSRF verification, as I told you already. So let me just how to add CSRF verification. Okay, yeah, so we have to come here and do like this, and we'll have to write percentage, then we'll say CSRF underscore token, then yeah, that's it, then we save. So when you were in settings, so I told you now there are multiple middleware. So let me just show you in settings. Middlewares. See, this not in the yeah, this is here. So see, this is a CSRF token, CSRF. So if you like comment it out like this, it won't ask also. So but in real you should use it. So I'm just added that. So let me go back, reload this page, enter data again, Xeno email, Xeno email whatever, phone whatever, message whatever, and hit submit. So what happened, whenever I did that, it came. So I told action to go on the same page, so URL. So it came here again, contact us, check, it's a post method, printed the data and returned it. So let me just check the data. So if I can check, it's a post request came, see, post request, post contact. So that's like printing the data, it's okay. So now we want to get the data, whatever data is inside there, okay. So for that, what we'll do, we'll just say dot get name. Dot get name means because in contact us we have a name called name, then we have name, email, phone, message. So for now I'm just printing for name, so you can see here easily. I'll just send name only, it's or whatever you want to send here or here. Okay, so let me submit. I think where it's sending me the names, let me if request dot method is double equals to, okay, it should be like this, post post, sorry guys, that's why I was wondering it's not printing the data coming to here. Okay, so let me just reload it again, then we'll hit name, hit send. See, it has printed SDS, so now we have got the data. So if we just do, and for that we have to do for every, for dot name, and then we'll do same thing, request dot post dot get, then we'll have a field called email. Okay, now we'll enter real data, name Xeno code, then we have an email called syos@gmail.com. if I hit it, submit. Okay, yeah, so it came like print Xeno code name, and this is the email. So now how many fields do we have? Name, email, phone, message. Okay, we'll just come here, and what will take a variable called name, then we have email, then we have phone, then we have message, phone, message. Okay, yeah, everything's fine. Now we want to save this, so for that what will we have to import it from here, then we'll import from tutorial dot models import contact. So from this tutorial models, this page, import this contact. Then here what we'll say, we'll say contact just as a normal variable I'm taking, equals to contact. There how many fields we have? We have name, email, phone, message. Name, email, so we'll say name equals to name, comma email equals to email, comma phone equals to phone, comma message equals to message. That's it. And now we have to save this data. What we'll do, we'll say contact, because this total instance came into this variable. Now we'll say dot save. You can remove this part and directly write dot save here also, but that's not a good approach, so we should do like this, hit save. And if we go to this admin page, okay, we have only Abraham and John, Abraham and nothing much data, but now we'll get some data. We'll say Xeno code email, Xeno@g, phone, message, hey, and now hit we sent. So we got some data inserted. Now if we go to here and reload this, see we got Xeno code, Xeno@gmail.com, phone number, message, hey. So this is how you can just insert the data. Okay, but what you want to do, you after inserting here, you want to a person return to the home page. So you will say, okay, we'll just do it, we'll just copy this thing and paste it here. You'll say like this, okay, but that's not the correct way. Okay, so for that what we'll do, we'll say import something called redirect, because it will again re-render the whole thing. Okay, so that's why we use redirect. So instead of return, we'll say redirect, where home, because the page name is home. So what is going on, if we open like normal page contact, it will open, but whenever we'll do submit, so it's a post request, so it will check post request, it will come here, and return redirect, not the same page. Okay, so if we again Xeno email phone ask whatever submit, we got a error, no reserve match at for home not found. So it's telling me home not found. So that's why there is one thing in the URLs we have to do, we have to give names. So what we'll do, we'll say name equals to home and about equals to about. So this name will not be used in this redirect only, you'll use multiple where. So when you will like learn more about Django, then you will know. Contact, so I've given every name to every route, so now it will just go directly to that route matches. Like I have told home, so it will come here, check for name home, and it will just go here. Okay, form resubmission, continue. See, you are on home page. Let me show you it again. Open the URL, send the data, home page. See, and now I've sent so much of wrong data, WQE, Xeno. Okay, but suppose you want to use static files, so that's the very like tough thing, static files. So what we do, like we have made a folder called templates. In tutorial we have a templates folder. Here we'll make one more folder, new folder called static, whatever name you want to give, your choice, but static is the standard. So now we'll save some image, so we'll say Django images. We'll just copy this looks cool, copy image. We'll not copy, we have to save image as, we'll save in the downloads, we'll just copy it, come back, paste it in the static. So here you can have all those your static CSS JavaScript files, but how to load that? So firstly, in the home page I want some static folder, templates folder with home page. Here I'll make a image tag. Before that you have to change something in settings. So if you will come into settings, okay, see it's already there static, so but still you want to we have to change few things. So what we'll do, we'll say static files underscore dirs equals to, now here we'll say enter os dot path dot join base directory comma static file. So please make sure the name is correct. So we are doing the same thing in directory also, we are doing os path join base directory templates. Here also we are doing the same thing. You can just print it here also, check it, just close it, and in this we'll say image, then we'll have src. Now here what we have to do, let me just check it. Yeah, we have to do percentage. So whenever you'll use Jinja template, like for Jinja you should have another like tutorial. So it's a Jinja template thing, you have to use percentage whenever you write something in Python or Jinja template. So we'll say static to tell we are going to use static folder. Then we'll write the file name. So what was the file name is, was so long, let me rename as charlie.png. okay, so in home I'll say charlie.png. but there is one thing, but Python won't understand what is static, like what is static, the Django will ask. So in the starting only we'll just do percentage we'll say load static, hit save, come here, my home page, and we have the file here. So like this you can use static files for whatever files you want to use. So let me go back. Okay, so that's it from my guys. So if you I think I should make some uh, website tutorial also, so I'll just continue if I'll make it. So for now that's it. Okay guys, thank you.